Good morning, everybody. Let's try, thank you, Richard. Let's try that again. It can't be just the drummer. If that's your standard, you know, to be better than the drummer, come on. Let's say that again. Good morning, everybody. I feel really weird because I'm not doing the chants this morning. Joanna is, and she's not on stage. Oh, there she is. We're doing that.
Yeah, whatever.
Start off with some kirtan, I guess.
So you can't say for me to do a chant in church and not have me do a chant in church. So we're going to sing Om Namah Shivaya. I'm a singing yoga teacher. I love the way that we can access higher consciousness through sound vibration together. So we're going to sing in Sanskrit, the sacred language of yoga. And we're going to sing Om. Om, let's say Om.
Om.
Namah Shivaya. And I'm going to do an invocation, a little bit more of a longer Shiva chant. If it's in your practice, join. I'll also break it down word by word. But don't worry, we'll end up with Om Namah Shivaya all together, okay? Namah Shivaya. Namah Shivaya. Gurave Sachitananda. Sachitananda Murtaye. Murtaye. Nishprapanchaya. Nishprapanchaya. Shantaya. Niralabhaya. Shantaya, Shantaya, Niralambaya, Niralambaya, Tejase, Tejase, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Bolo, Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo means to sing or to speak, yeah? Beautiful. Om Namah Shivaya. The energy of Shiva, consciousness, spaciousness. Finding that space in ourselves. We'll sing Shiva all together. Shiva, 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 Bolo, Shiva, Shiva, Om Namah Shivaya. Choose your mantra. Shiva, 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 Bolo, Shiva, Shiva, Shiva. Sing whatever you want. Sing from your heart. Unleash your soul's voice. Let the chant continue. And getting quieter as you sing, until you're just singing with your own heart. Om Shiva. Om Shiva. Deep breath in. Let's all Om together.
Aloha! Woo, that was a beautiful start, wasn't it? Thank you, Joanna. As you haven't guessed already, she is our guest musician and chanter and doing a workshop this afternoon. We'll talk more about it, but thank you. That was beautiful. Every day is different here. You never know what you're going to get, right? Welcome to our Wild Soul Sanctuary, Unity Central Oregon. Oh! Yes. We had a wolf costume that somebody needed to wear. Where's that costume? Did we bring the wolf costume for you all? We had 100 wolf costumes. I think they're in the car still. I'll get them later. All right. Anyway, this is Unity of Central Oregon, our Wild Soul Sanctuary, and we have a mission statement that we want to share. We'll bring that up here. Everyone is welcome, if you haven't guessed already. All sizes, shapes, colors, orientations, species. You're all welcome, every single one of you. And we're happy that you're here. So if you wouldn't mind, this is our mission statement. Let's say it together. We stand together to create a global ecosystem of unity, deep wisdom, and loving kindness. And so it is, I hope. And we also want to start off with two things. Every service, we want to acknowledge the land that we are on and the people that were here before us, the tribes that were here. There were many other tribes, but I think there are more than we actually know of. So we want to just acknowledge all of the natives, tribes that were here, the people that passed through here, that laid the groundwork for us to be here today in what I think we can all agree is the most amazing and beautiful place I think one of the best places on earth, right here in Bend, Oregon. Would you not agree, those of you who live here? And we're not telling anybody, right? If they discover it, fine. We welcome them, but we're just not going to talk about it too much, all right? Just keep it on the down low.
I think the secret's out there.
Shh, Dave! No. This chair is also another thing we want to acknowledge. This is a space that we can acknowledge people who have passed or who can't be here with us for whatever reason. And so if you have someone in your heart that you would love to be here celebrating with us, that you miss in your life, or that you wish was here, you could imagine them right there in that chair. That's what our chair is there, to honor those who can't be here. All right? So thank you for that. All right. Let's rock and roll. I'm your host today. We have a team that puts this whole shenanigans together. My name's Kevin. I'm your host today. We also have our speaker today is Reverend Cylvia, which we all know and love, right? Reverend Jane is our senior minister. She'll be doing prayer, music, soul shine, in addition to Johanna today, who'll be doing special music. Claire is doing youth with the kids and with Genesis. And where are they? There, oh, how could I miss that in the back? There they are here, okay. Johanna will be doing our meditation for us. Nico's on live stream. We have Ilana helping for the first time on slides. Ooh. And our beloved Chris on camera. Thank you, guys. Thank you, team, for making this happen for all of us. And let's bring Jane up for our introduction prayer. Let me get you a microphone.
I really was reflecting on that chant, Om Namah Shivaya. And we're saying, I bow to the holy consciousness from which everything comes. And so let's just slip into that place with prayer, where we acknowledge that there is one consciousness, creator of all that is. And from that place, we hold our precious world. We hold the mothers and the fathers and the grandparents who are grieving, who are worried in these war-torn areas of our world. We hold those who wonder how they will feed their children. We hold them with this consciousness of love, with this consciousness of abundance and supply, with this consciousness of peace. For these qualities, love, abundance, peace, supply, these are eternal. Circumstances and conflicts are temporary, excruciating, but not eternal. And we take our attention away from conflict and bring it to truth. We raise it, we hold it, so that all may find it more easily. Because we are holding up this light, this beautiful flame of truth of what can be. A world of love. A world where everyone knows health and wholeness and abundant supply. Where peace is as plentiful as the stars in a dark sky. We hold this knowing, and we claim that we are a radiant center of possibility. That as we hold this knowing, it spreads out from our consciousness blending with higher consciousness, creating a canopy over our precious world and making possible the world we long for. And so it is.
Let's take a minute and fill out our prayer claim forms. The green forms, I got to write this down, in the front of your chairs. Take a minute and fill those out, please. Sing the prayer song. It's called No.
Breathe in and know I am. Be still and know I am. Let go and know I am. Breathe in and know I am. Look still and know I am. Let go and know I
That was especially awesome this morning. Thank you, Soul Shine. Hey, you know what time it is? It's celebration time. All right, where are my little helpers today? Claire, come on up. Celebrations is a time, if you haven't been here before, where we can share something briefly, something that you're excited about in your life. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as you're happy. Share it briefly. We have Miss Cylvia. We have Rachel. Go ahead. Come on,
I don't know.
pick somebody.
Who's my favorite today? No, I'm just kidding. Well, I first want to acknowledge that who can guess what I am? Somebody, I had Ginny in the nursery. She guessed
She's
exactly what I'm a rainbow. And I'm really sad because all this for the kids. Genesis and I are doing kiddos today, and there's not one kid we've had. Can you believe this? It's just, like Murphy's Law or whatever, right?
No kids.
We've had so many kids every week. But I also want to acknowledge Eric's Halloween costume. Eric, it was 17 degrees outside this morning. And you were in shorts and a T-shirt.
Yeah, great costume, Eric.
Yeah, good summer. Okay, good. We like that energy. Okay, Sylvia.
I want to celebrate our AV team because some of you know I serve on the Unity Worldwide Earth Care team, and we've been doing this whole year's worth of program called 12 Powers for the Planet. And today's talk is kind of an earthified version of Will, and this will be, every module has a videoed talk. This is the final one for the whole body of work, and 3 of all the 12 will be from here because we have such an awesome AV team.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay.
I want to celebrate our High Desert Museum and the exhibit that is there about wolves. So all of you who love howling here, get yourselves down to the High Desert Museum. It is a fantastic exhibit.
Can tell somebody's got grandchildren.
I'm celebrating this beautiful woman right here. Woohoo! Last weekend we celebrated our 24th anniversary.
Yay!
We got to leave this crazy big town that used to be our small little town that we came to and go to a little tiny hole in the wall in the middle of Oregon where nobody ever is and it's quiet as can be. And it was an amazing few days just alone with her, and we got to spend some time in hot springs with the rain coming down on us. But more importantly, I want to celebrate the universe who divinely put us in each other's paths. 27 years ago, this coming Tuesday, a Halloween party. I dressed up as a curmudgeon of a college student, otherwise known as no costume. And she was dressed up as I Dream of Jeannie. And of course, I was dead meat. It was a date that was not a date, but yeah, I never forgot about it. And here we are today, and I'm so glad she's in my life.
Woo.
Nice.
That's the thing about Halloween costumes is girls have it easy, right? It's like you just add sexy in front of anything and it's a costume. It's like sexy sanitation worker, sexy,
Well, I know, and I want, so
attorney.
this costume is a big part of, Aaron and Nate have stored their Halloween costume bucket at our home. So this is from their, so my choices were this or a French maid. So I felt like this was a little
She
more
is a sexy
appropriate.
rainbow, by the way. She comes in colors everywhere.
Yeah, we are celebrating 3 amazing weeks in Morocco, riding camels in the desert and doing all sorts of exciting things. But I'm going to share a little bit about that in a few weeks.
Nice. Yay.
Are you going to do a Souls on Fire? Yeah, okay.
So I'm moving again, only this time back to California. So if I don't get to see and connect with all of you, this is goodbye. I expect I'll be back in about a year. I'm going to support a friend whose husband passed a month ago. But what I want to celebrate is that this move requires me to be out of one place before I can be on my way to the other place. And so a couple of families have graciously stepped up and invited me to hang my hat at their place. So and I had sent a prayer request out about this last week. So this is an answer to prayer, and I'm really grateful. It's really going to help me with the finances of my move. So, where'd you go?
Woohoo! I got one over here.
Okay.
And Nico's
Johanna.
got some online ones too.
Okay. I have 3 quick things to celebrate. First of all, the prior president of our board is Claire. How many board presidents look like this? Okay?
Every
First of
day
all.
too.
So that's number 1. Number 2 is I want to do a testimony to this community. At the end of the service last week, I was upset about something, and 3 people came up to me who I don't know very well and asked me if I was okay. But the sincerity on their face and the heartfelt emotions were coming through. This is a testimony to who we are. Whether we're happy, sad, we are here for each other. So thank you, everyone. Third thing is the sound baths have been really amazingly sweet. And I've got a flute student who wants a 10-pack, and I'm so excited because I just want 4 students, and we're starting with 1, so there's only 3 more that I need. So thank you. I've been praying for that.
Awesome. Hey, Eric, and then online.
I would like to celebrate just how awesome not only this community but people are. I started up a GoFundMe on Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday. because trying to keep Zeke as healthy and keep him around as long as we can. The medicine expenses and medical expenses have done just really crazy things to credit cards, and so I've been trying to kind of offset that, and I'm just humbled and just very grateful for all the donations that have come in. We've already got over $3,000, so I'm just really excited about that, and gratified and humbled, and so
Thank
thank you
community.
everybody who's
Woo! All right, let's go to the online. We got some people on our live stream celebrating.
We have one celebration online. Lisa Gottwald has
hi, Lisa.
completed her LUT with finals and teaching last week and got 100% on her tests. Woo!
Nice.
Check, that's
Congrats,
it online.
Lisa.
Yeah, and
Good work,
LUT
good work.
is a licensed Unity teacher, for those of you that don't know. And we got
Okay,
more.
let's get it.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Oh, there you go. You ready?
Hi, I'm Ellie. I am one of your new people that just moved to Bend.
Welcome, Ellie.
And also, yeah. But this is my first time here at Unity, and I'm super excited to be here. So thank you.
We're
So
happy
that's
to
a
have you.
celebration.
Thanks for joining. Let's go to Margaret. Had one more.
I
over
love
here.
when brand new people stand up and celebrate. Way to go.
Let's go, Margaret.
Okay,
and then
Margaret.
we've got to move on.
Okay.
So many good things happening today. I'm excited to see this.
Thank you. I want to celebrate my son turned 30 yesterday, and that he's safe after being in a car accident on his birthday.
Oh. Yay. That's a bittersweet one, but he's safe. Good. Thank you, everybody. Hey, you know what? The Earth has a celebration, too. Did you know that the Caribbean island of Redonda was once mined for bat guano and seabird excrement? See, that's another costume. You could be the sexy bat mining person or something. And they use that as fertilizer, right? So the mining operations and the rats and goats that came ashore and the miners decimated the wildlife and vegetation on the island, and eventually it looked like a moonscape. But in 2016, the locals from Antigua and Barbuda made a decision to restore the island, which means eradicating the rats, helicoptered the remaining starving goats off the island, and in astonishing time, the native shrubs, trees began to regrow, biodiversity is coming back, seabirds have returned to nest, and the highly endangered Redonda ground dragon, a very cute lizard, has increased 17-fold. Hey! Anything that brings dragons back, I'm all for it. So that's amazing. That is beautiful. All right, we don't have any kids to bring up and bless and send them off, right? Okay. Well, let's just bless our kids wherever they are anyway. I love our blessing of the children. We normally do this with the kids present, but let's just send this energy to them wherever they're having fun today, because we love our kiddos here, right? There. All right, yes, we have one. Let's bring it up.
He's too young to be shy, so.
Oh, good. All right. Woo, look at all this energy you're going to get, baby. We appreciate the holy gift you are. We see the Christ light shining as you. May you always know what a treasure you are. May you always bring your gifts freely and fully to the world. Namaste! Woo! Oh, man. If that doesn't grow up into an amazing kid, I don't know what's going on. Thank you very much for that. So, I lost my place. Oh, yeah, we're on announcements. Guess what? What's going on this week? Sound bath tonight, 6:30. Next week, This is a regular thing. Every Sunday we have sound bath. Next week they're going to 5:30. I'm guessing because to keep it with the light, time change, all that kind of thing. So just keep that in mind. If you're a regular at sound bath, which many of us are, this is an amazing, amazing, beautiful experience. Everyone is welcome, whether you're a Union member or not. But do plan to check it out one of these Sundays. Okay. So tonight at 6:30. Next week back to 5:30. Open Sing Wednesday with Uncle Dave. And he's got some new people attending, I think. That's kind of exciting. And I heard somebody who attended has a beautiful voice, and her name sounds like Baby Holding Mom. And we hope that she'll be singing up here with us one of these days soon. And of course, women's group Wednesday. If you're in the women's group or want to be in the women's group, they go do stuff Wednesdays, so check online for the schedule for that. We have a membership info gathering today. This is with Reverend Jane. If you're curious about Unity membership, what it entails, what it's all about, hang out for this meeting after service today with Reverend Jane. No obligation, but you get a lot of great information about, like, what are we all about? And if you want to be a member, all the information is there. So that's a great thing to hang out for. That's today right after service. We already know we have Johanna in the house, and woo! In addition to some amazing music and chants and all that she'll be sharing with us, she's doing a workshop after service today as well. So this is a little challenging if you wanted to do both the membership and her workshop, but maybe you could squeeze in part of one and part of the other. I did. She was here before. The membership thing will probably be over if they start right after service. Maybe they'll start as soon as you can, and then people can be here for that too. I attended last year when she was here, and it was a lot of fun. I'm not a singer by any means, but it's a vocal play shop, you know? And it's just a time to just play. Okay, I'll take it. Right. Even if you don't speak, this is a fun workshop. I did it last year. I'm going to do it again today. I think everybody who just wants to play with their voice and have fun together, hang out. It's really awesome. The other thing we have going on is the Sacred Women's Drumming Circle. I know, guys, we want to do our own drumming, and that's coming, but we got to let the girls set the pace for us. So they have ones, as usual, right? They lead, we follow, whatever. But they're going to have it every Saturday, first Saturday of the month, so that's coming up. Next Saturday, I hear it's amazing. They won't let me in the doors because I stand there at the window like, I want to play, and I can't come in.
Dress in drag.
Well, Eric, can't you see? Just kidding, Eric. I'm sorry. I am dressed. I'm kind of dressed in a hula skirt today, so that's.
That could be a kilt.
Yeah, a guy could get kilt wearing one of those things too. Sacred Victor. Our own Victor is doing an album release party. This is coming up. He's going to share a little quick about that on one.
Hello?
Mic one.
Mic one. Check. Oh. Yes, hi. So, actually 1 year ago, November 6th of last year, I met someone here at Unity, and I had this deep soul connection I experienced. And I ended up writing 22 songs in 61 days, even with some heartbreak mixed in.
Yeah.
Then I wrote one more because Reverend Jane asked me to write a song about prosperity. So it was 23 songs in 71 days. And then I started recording February 25th and finished this album. Actually, I brought it with me.
You've been working hard on this for quite some time.
There's a lotus blossom in the front. Genesis Iota worked with me and designed this album cover.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I'm going to have delicious food catered by Chef Al.
Yeah.
And Soulshine accompanying me. And it should be a really wonderful evening. So I hope you can join us. We'll have these available, and we'll be playing this so you can hear some of the songs. Thank you.
That's next Saturday, right? Awesome, Victor. Awesome, Victor. Cooking class, Chef Suzanne. She's done these before. Very popular. We usually fill them up. There's very limited space. This will be held at our house, which is just 5 minutes from here in our kitchen. And Suzanne, this is a plant-based entrees class. So if you're looking to incorporate more great plant-based food, sign up for this class. I think there's only room for 8? 5 spots left. So sign up. It's a hands-on, get to play, get to eat. It's really beautiful, fun stuff. Okay, what else we got? Ooh, bookkeeper. Does anybody here have any bookkeeping experience? Anybody here want to be a treasurer? Uh-oh. He's trying to push her hand up. Well, if you think you might want to help out with bookkeeping and or becoming on our board as the treasurer, we have our long-standing, wonderful Susan, who is now at the end of her term. She's ready to move on. We need to bring somebody new in, and we need some help starting the beginning of the year, or February, or is it January, beginning of the year. So please, I'm one of the board members. Claire is. We have Jane here. Who else we got in the house? Leah, right next to Claire. Oh, Claire's not on the board, but you can talk to her. And Genesis, right there. You talk to any of our board members, or talk to anybody, actually, and just tell them, hey, I'm interested, okay? Because we really do need somebody to step up and be part of our board and part of our bookkeeping. And Claire and I have been leading travel adventure tours. We did one to Peru, which some of you here have gone on. And we're going now to Ecuador, to the Amazon and the Galapagos in the spring. This is in April, and we're opening it up. We're to Unity members first. It's a spiritual adventure tour, and we've been hosting and guiding tours for about 20 years. And so this is a new one, and a portion of all of the proceeds goes to Unity, of course, as well. And so talk to us or go see the website if you're interested in more details on that. And I think that is it. Make sure to go to the website. Everything's on the website, all the good stuff. We have too many things to mention in one sitting, but there's a lot going on here at Unity, as you can tell, so please check it out. And it's going to be 29 degrees tonight. We have one more special announcement. As you know, part of all of our donations goes to operations, but also we donate in turn, in kind, to other organizations locally as well as Unity Worldwide. And one of our local organizations that we donate to, who's getting a recipient of our check today, is PFLAG. And I don't know if you guys know anything about PFLAG, but they are an awesome organization. Okay, yeah. And Sarah Jo is here to represent PFLAG. Woo! So we're going to invite her up. We can give her a little mic. She can tell us just a little bit about them, and we'll give her the check.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here. As you can imagine, being a queer person being invited to a service on a Sunday to receive funds, which is very kind. I got up at 6 a.m. this morning to check every outfit that I had to go, is this respectable?
we don't require respectable, as you can tell.
I work in construction. I run a small construction company, traffic control, and so most of what I have are run-down boots and torn-up blue jeans. So coming here this morning, and the first thing that I see is the ex-board president having a blue wig on. I feel like I'm not doing enough as board president for PFLAG now. Thank you so much for inviting us to be a part of your consciousness. I am so incredibly blessed. What PFLAG is nationally is a program that's about 50 years old. It was founded by a mother just trying to host a conversation with other parents to accept their kids for being queer. That's it. That's all. And as a person who grew up in Central Oregon at 14, I had a difficult time coming out, and there wasn't a lot of acceptance. If you can imagine Redmond during the early 2000s, it was an event. But the program that was there that hosted conversations was PFLAG Central Oregon. And so 25 years later, being able to be here and give back to something that gave me hope to live has been one of the greatest honors of my existence. And seeing that each of you are also interested in giving back, it brings my heart a lot of joy. Because let me tell you, there's scary stuff going on. And I do not want to get political, but what really matters is each of these souls that experience something different than heteronormativity, they're just as valid of an experience. They're an expression of love and light in the universe. Mm-hmm. So, every month we hold a conversation at Nativity Lutheran, but we also hold it online. I host, forgive me, I'm also a nerd, like a 16 plus LGBTQ Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Everyone is welcome because the goal is to provide acceptance. This upcoming Tuesday and second Tuesday in November, we're holding a trans panel, and that's a hot topic issue for people. Whatever your feelings are, ultimately the goal is to make people feel valid, to get to the next stage of their life and express themselves however they feel most pure and genuine. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. You're invited to come along, listen to a panel of 4 people on the entire spectrum of non-binary, female to male, male to female. However they choose to express, ask questions. We're a safe place in which we know sometimes you just don't know. And we want to be able to help you in that journey to provide acceptance to all of our souls. So thank you again for your consideration. I have some materials out front, but you can find us at centraloregonpflag.com, and I'd love to see you guys there, and I'm so excited to be blessed with your presence in Bend. Thank you.
Card and a check for you, and thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys. You actually just raised enough for us to give a scholarship.
All right. That's beautiful. I'm glad we could share that with you. You ready, girl? And boys and girls and other humans? Welcome to the stage, Johanna Beekman.
Yeah, turn Siri down. I gotta tune up and plug in, but that was really touching. I came out at 14 in Corvallis, Oregon, and it was the 90s. And I was queer, so I didn't fit in a box. I was supposed to either be one way or the other or right in the middle, right? Does anything work like that? Anything? No gray area? I mean, I like gray area personally, and I've always inhabited that space. And I started the first Gay-Straight Alliance at Corvallis High School with a couple of my best friends. To bring in the 2000s right, I graduated in the year 2000. I don't usually tell people where I'm from and stuff, so I feel really pretty comfortable with y'all. And so thank you for your service to this community. It's really needed still more than ever. Even though with my degree in women's studies in 2000, whatever, and I had to focus on diversity education, and I'm seeing the children educate the next generation now, and that's what I really wanted. So I'm really, really grateful to hear all of this. I'm here to sing, but I had to speak to that. Thank you, thank you. So this is a song I picked up from my home church, the Unitarian Fellowship in Corvallis, Oregon, where I graduated from high school with rainbow suspenders and a shaved head. Imagine that, okay? 1, 2, 3. The light of the Spirit is shining in you. The light of the Spirit is shining in me. The light of the Spirit is shining within. And blessed so are we, everybody. The light of the Spirit is shining in you. The light of the Spirit is shining in me. The light of the Spirit is shining within. And blessed so are we. The light of the Spirit is shining in you. The light of the Spirit is shining in me. The light of the Spirit is shining within. And blessed so are we. The light of the Spirit is shining in you. The light of the Spirit is shining in me. The light of the Spirit is shining within. And blessed so are Spirit
dance to that when we're. I could have been dancing the whole time.
You can dance to the meditation.
Now I'm on. There we go. Thank you, Johanna. She'll be back for more. But now we're going to welcome up our speaker, one of our associate ministers, Reverend Cylvia Hayes, who most of you know. She has been through an amazing journey of sharing her passion for eco-consciousness, changing the world ecologically, and combining that with ministry and connecting us to that in a more personal way. And it's been really amazing. She always has something beautiful to share. And today, her costume is Sexy Minister. That's her. So thank you for dressing up, Cylvia.
Good gravy. Oh, Lord. All right, I wasn't going to do this because this is a 12 Powers talk, but I am going to do it now. Nico, don't say a word. Why didn't the skeleton cross the road? He didn't have the guts. Yes, he didn't have the guts. This is one of my new favorite Halloween corny jokes. All right, dialing in the sexy reverend or whatever it was. Every major religion that I know of gives some advice to follow God's will or divine will. But what is that actually? What is divine will? Is it God's will that we have war? Is it God's will that people commit atrocities? Is it divine will that nature is being damaged and degraded by human activity and human industries? This concept of God's will, divine will, free will is something that I have wrestled with throughout most of my adult life. Many of you already know I came from a very fundamentalist, heavy-handed Christian background that didn't sit very well with me, and I would sometimes ask the adults, okay, if God is all-loving, all-powerful, how can so much bad stuff be happening? And the only answer I ever got from the adults was, we cannot know the mind of God. We must just follow God's will. I had a hard time with that. I could never reconcile it. Along with those teachings, I was taught that we had to sacrifice our own free will. We had to sacrifice a lot of things to please God, hi Zeke, and follow God's will. And I was also taught in that body of belief that only humans have free will. That all the non-human animals are basically just running off of instinct or whatever we humans teach them, sometimes beat into them. And that just did not sit with what I was actually experiencing. I was a farm kid. I had all kinds of close one-on-one relationships with horses and dogs and pigs and you name it. And they absolutely were demonstrating free will and love and other emotions that were not attributed to them from the teachings that I was given. Now, the same time I was being given truths that did not feel truthful to me, my parents kind of went off the deep end with addiction and mental illness and started behaving very badly and abusively, and I just got a chip on my shoulder toward all so-called authority figures, particularly God. And I started moving through the world in a pretty defiant and pretty willful way. And I was pretty successful with it. I was able to kind of push willfully very well, had a lot of accomplishments, did a lot of firsts for my family, etc. And willfulness was working really well until it wasn't. And like a lot of us, I did not come gently, easily, smoothly into spiritual growth. I had to hit the wall with my willfulness and wound up in a set of really painful, challenging events that brought me to the point where for the first time in my life, I could not willfully force my way through. I couldn't make it happen. I was forced to surrender, and I wound up questioning everything. Why had this happened to this environmental career that was my whole life that I'd put so much into? How could I possibly be sitting in such a mess? Who the hell was this God Was this God's will? Was I just trapped in some sort of karmic pattern that I couldn't make out, but that I couldn't get out of? I was questioning at a very, very deep level. And it is really what began blowing me open to, Course in Miracles says, if we clear space on the altar of our minds, meaning our current set of beliefs, we allow new to flow in. Some of you can get there gently. I was not one of those, but that's what began happening. It cleared me out, it cleared space. And one of the many profound, but this is a really big one, this topic of will. During all of that upheaval, it really began the process of completely turning upside down my beliefs about this whole power of will. Now, unity is a new thought, trans-denominational, trans-faith movement that's based in spiritual principle. We have a core set of teachings, and one body of those teachings are the 12 spiritual powers that was put forward. And these include things like faith and love and order. And it also includes will. Spiritualized will is a whole different beast than willfulness. And first, I think it's really important to really start to grok this at a deeper level. It is important to note that unity is non-dualistic. We do not believe in a separate entity, God out there, that punishes or rewards or that we must beseech to. We believe that God is the life force, spirit, power in and through all things, in and through every single one of you, flowing through all that is. The very word God carries a lot of baggage for a lot of us. I actually prefer the word spirit, creator, source. You can plug in any word. I don't think creator cares what you call it. Gus, I know. Remind me what that is, Gus.
God, universe, source, and spirit.
God, universe, source, and spirit. Gus with a double S. That works for me. That works for me. Now, one's take on Gus, source, spirit, it's very personal. But in general, the unity principle is that it is everywhere, all in through all of us, everything, and that it's all good. Now, I recently learned a pretty interesting thing. I have gotten to the point where I tend to think of spirit more literally as the Force, as in Star Wars. And I'm going to have to research this a little further, but I actually was made aware recently that George Lucas studied a number of different faith paths and whatnot, including New Thought, in coming up with this whole concept of the Force. That's pretty flippin' cool, I think. So it's the creative, generative power behind all that is, and it's in us, and we are in it. And the cool thing here is we can learn, just like wielding a lightsaber, we can learn to tap that and become more and more skillful in wielding this creative Gus, God, source, universe power. Now, divine will, this concept. I've recently been teaching a metaphysics class. I'm getting ready to teach another one. And we've been working primarily with a book by Unity minister Paul Hasselbeck, body of work called Heart-Centered Metaphysics. And I want to read you what he says about divine will. Quote, "This divine will is generic, amorphous, non-specific, and it is for everyone. We are all partaking of and participating in this generic divine will. There is no separation from it." That's a very profound concept, and I want to take it a little bit deeper. A Course in Miracles teaches that God's will is my will. God's will is your will. I had a really difficult time with that when I first started working with A Course in Miracles. I couldn't grok it, and it took me a little while, but now I'm there. And it's incredibly empowering. Think about this. If we are indeed extensions of, expressions of the divine, of course the divine's will is our will. Creator would not want to thwart itself, and therefore it would not want to thwart us either, because we are an extension of Creator. That's such an empowering concept. A big aha for me was really beginning to embody the understanding that the flipping God's will is pulling for me. It's working with each and every one of you because it wants full expression. And you are that, all that is, expressing in your own beautiful individuated way. Now, another cool angle on the will thing, this is a real thing, it's a philosophical concept called the will of nature. And that refers to all the natural and physical processes that direct the universe, nature, ecosystems, physics, all of it. Quantum, all of it. It's what really rolls out creation and reality. I strongly believe that all creation, humans, non-humans, all of it is sacred and divine. And that we are literally a part of and constantly interacting with the will of nature. And the divine will is in the back of all of that that's rolling out this creation that we get to be a part of. And moreover, I make this point a lot, despite what Western culture may tell us, humans are not apart from nature. We are a part of it. We are nature. I believe at the level of divine will, we humans and all the rest of nature are actually in harmony, working together to fully express creation. Can you tap into that just for a second and sense how good that feels? Feels good to me. The problem that we get into is collective human willfulness, which is driven by a pervasive belief in separation, not understanding what we truly are. And when we are rolling forward with that kind of consciousness, we are miscreating. We are creating messes. And of course, we are seeing a lot of that playing out in our world right now in various ways. Willfulness is will under the influence of ego, under the influence of our little human-only selves. It's will not understanding what we really are, and it almost always makes a mess, individually, collectively. Now, cleaning up those messes is something that spiritualized will can help with, and I want to make a subtle but important distinction here. Divine will, this allness, this will that rolls through everything, is different than the spiritual power or faculty of will that's put forward in the Unity's 12 Powers teachings. The founders of Unity, the Fillmores, they taught that will is the executive power of our mind. It's that thing that gets things done in this world that we're moving through. And, sort of like prayer, we are constantly exerting will in every moment. We are acting on thoughts and behaviors for good or for ill. The key is learning to retrain that will. Wisdom is another of the 12 spiritual powers, and wisdom is needed to skillfully exert will. And just this morning when I was doing my own practices, I hadn't planned to work this into the talk, but nearly every morning, I work with the little daily word from Unity, among other things, and I'm going to read you just an excerpt, because imagination is another spiritual power, and I want to read just a little paragraph from today's daily word, October 29th, 2023. My imagination helps me create my life story. Guided by divine wisdom and will, I imagine a positive, meaningful life. If disturbing thoughts cloud my imagination, I remember I am God's source creator's living expression, and there is nothing to fear. We can exert will in ways that are counterproductive, or we can hone this will faculty to gain greater dominion and greater agency over our own lives and over our world. A Course in Miracles puts forward that we don't even understand what our true free will is if we're not understanding what we actually are. It puts forward that when we are running at the awareness of ego or human only, we have imprisoned our free will. We move through the world feeling like we're exerting free will from a prison of our own making. It's really a prison of our own thinking. And we have the ability to take that back, to release ourselves from prison, because freedom is an inside job, always. There's a story in the Bible about Job, who is, I'm not too into Bible stuff, but I've had it beaten into me. I'm using it now. Job was a pretty prosperous, successful guy, and the devil, whatever you want to call that, let's put that in metaphysics, ego, life challenge, whatever, this thing comes along and decides to knock him off that cushy life and give him some challenges just to kind of see what it's going to bring out in him. And Job gets pretty down in the mouth and pretty pissy about it, and pretty soon he starts blaming God for this and that, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And finally, somewhere in Job 22, there's this point where he says, agree with God and be at peace, and then good will come to you. I now find that so funny. It's kind of like, okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm just going to start agreeing with God. But if you take that one step further, agreeing with God doesn't have to be like, okay, I give up. It's like, heck yeah, I'm stepping into my power here. I'm going to bring this divine will with me behind whatever this endeavor is. Agree with God. Think about that. They say, may the force be with you. The force is already with you. It's in and with you. Each and every one of you. I love being part of a spiritual movement where I can use the force, and you guys get it. Now, we can deploy will for grand things and less grand things. Just a few days ago, my partner John and I were watching the 49ers football game, and I don't really care much about the 49ers, but I am a Seahawks fan. And as it often is with the Seahawks, they need other teams to lose sometimes for them to make it into the playoffs, right? Seahawks fans are often in this position, so I am against the 49ers, right? And this game's going back and forth, and it's close. John and I are watching it, and the 49ers have the ball, and they'll win the game on a touchdown. And I look over, I had this feeling, and I look over to John, and I say, it's time for a takeaway. Boom, snap, interception. John was beside himself. He fist bump, he jumps up, he's like, oh my God, you are so powerful. The powerful. He's like the powerful minister metaphysician. And then he says, I will never doubt you again. Oh, yeah. But even as I was kind of dancing with that, I knew it was a bald-faced lie. And moments later, he declared temporary insanity and took it back. No integrity, right? Come on. Now, I don't really think I exerted the spiritual power of will against the 49ers, but I'll take the outcome. I'm liking that. Here's one final piece I want to share before I wrap, because for me, this has been an incredibly empowering aspect of retraining my thinking about will. It isn't passive. Just saying, okay, Creator, I'm willing, because it sucks so bad where I'm at right here. I'm willing. That's not what spiritualized will is about. It's active. It's activating power. Spiritualized willing is about getting into alignment with divinity. remembering what we truly are, and remembering that Creator's will is the wind under our sails all the time when we are striving toward fuller expression. Two of my very favorite early New Thought teachers are Emily Cady and Walter Lanyon, and both of them have a lot of teaching about getting into an "it is done" consciousness around will and around manifesting what we want in our lives. And I want to read you just a very short sentence from Emily Cady. She says, "Do you will it and not languidly desire it? Are you determined to have that executed which you are satisfied is God's will for you? You get into that attitude and claim, it is done. I don't know how it's going to happen necessarily, but I am staying in the consciousness of it is done." It's a blending, as I've noted before, of spiritual will guided by wisdom that empowers imagination. That is a powerful formula right there. That's similar, actually, to the let there be energy in Genesis. Let there be light. It isn't beseechy, oh, please let this come to this little poor sinner. Not at all. It is a declaration. A let there be consciousness is demonstration of spiritualized will. Now, willing is a declaration, but it's less energy intensive than willfulness. I know this very well. Willfulness is about pushing. It's about trying to force things. It's about trying to orchestrate the river. Whereas spiritualized willing is getting into alignment, remembering the truth of what we are, and choosing to allow the possibility of grace to flow into our lives. I want to read a short piece, a couple of excerpts from A Course in Miracles. I think this is so beautiful. "When the light comes and you have said, God's will is mine, you will see such beauty that you will know it is not of you, in the little s human only part of you. The bleak little world will vanish into nothingness, and your heart will be so filled with joy that it will leap into heaven and into the presence of God. When the light comes and you have said, God's will is mine, you will see such beauty. I do not believe it is God's will that terrible things happen. I don't believe it's God's will that humans desecrate and degrade this lovely planet. And actually, at the level of true, free, and unimprisoned, I don't believe that's human will either. Not at the level of truth. I don't believe karma traps us, but I absolutely do know that limited thinking and certain rigid patterns of behavior can indeed imprison our potential. What's needed now, individually, collectively, is wisely guided, firm will to choose a healthier, more beautiful way of interacting with one another and this planet that we are lucky enough to call home. Each and every one of us has a role to play in reshaping collective will. And the more of us who reclaim, retrain, and spiritualize our willpower, the more power we'll have to heal this planet, to replace war with peace, and lift all beings into love and light. This is not a matter of if God's willing, it's a matter of are you willing? And what are you willing? What are we willing in every single minute of the day? Are you willing for heaven on earth? Are you willing to be great? Are you willing to do great things? Let there be. It is done. Peace out. Thank you. Thank you.
change courses on the band because of some things that you said. So I'm just going to sing a solo one because we didn't rehearse this. And it's not recorded, but I do have a new album that I was going to play from called Yoga Soundtracks Volume 2. This one will be on the next thing whenever that comes out. I'm so sorry. We tune because we care. Okay, you guys, I'm almost there. You Gaias. Okay, and any singers that want to come up at any point, you're always welcome, because it's a party that way. So I'm a little delirious after the month-long tour that I'm finishing up here. But this one came to me at the first festival that I played at after the pandemic, or during the pandemic. Everyone was still pretty scared everywhere, and I was near Las Vegas, this beautiful land. And this prayer came through, and it's for the connection and oneness that we share with the land and how we can tap in, like she was talking about. It's called We Are Sacred. We are sacred. We are holy. We are the ones to walk this land. This land is sacred. This land is holy. We are the ones to heal the land. Let's sing Om. Om Shalom. Shalom. Om. Om. Pachamama. Pachamama. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. Breathing into that land, that sacred oneness that we all share. We're going to sing that again, and then I'm going to move into a song that my friend Winsong Martin wrote in Ashland for the Kalapuya people, the people of my land, the land that I reside on. We are sacred, we are sacred, we are holy, we are holy, we are the ones to walk this land. This land is sacred. This land is sacred. This land is holy. This land is holy. We are the ones for the Kalapuya, for all of the people that have been displaced by genocide over the years, thousands of years of war. May it be peace. May we sing our way into love, healing. For all people who are suffering. We are sacred.
We are sacred.
We are holy.
We are holy.
We are the ones to walk this land. This land. This land is sacred.
This land is sacred.
This land is holy.
This land is holy.
We are the ones to heal this land. We are the ones. We are the ones to Give it up for Eric. Holy wowza.
Church!
Church brought us to it. I don't know, are we in church yet? Okay, we haven't been in church yet until I've dropped all my instruments and made us sing without any instruments. A cappella, all right? So what instrument were we born with? Whoa! What other instrument were we born with? Right? Percussion, rhythm, right? So I'm going to help your brain to grow. We did this last year probably before my workshop. It's a good precursor to my workshop. So it's called Free to Decide. I wrote it when I was like 16 years old. It's had a whole life of its own, women's choirs and all of these like write me emails. Can we sing your song at gala? And sure, just send me a couple $100 and it's wonderful. Anyway, so thank you to the church circuit and women's communities for letting it fly. And so let's sing this together in that space of, like we were talking about, togetherness, not only with ourselves, but the land, and all energies. It goes, and it's about breath, okay? What better thing? So, what powers our voices? Okay, you guys are already pros, but you should probably come hang out with me and teach me something in my workshop. How's that? You can stand up, and you might clap, clap, right? Clap, and then you can feel the rest of the rhythm, right? And then if you want to, hands, chest, thighs, feet. Hands, chest, thighs, feet. Hands, chest, thighs, feet. Seriously, it's good for left-right crossover in the brain. Alzheimer's, ADD, any of the things, all of the spectrums. Let's just do it, right? Hands, chest, thighs, feet. You're doing great. Awesome. I mean, I'm just a singer, but I'm doing the rhythm too. So there you go. We are all in this together. Now the most vulnerable part. Not eye gazing, but even more intimate. Oh, I hate eye gazing, right? But I love singing together. So that's what we're going to do next. Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to be? Can you take a moment just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to be? Can you take a moment just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take to breathe, just to breathe. Can you take the moment just to
sing through your veins and
Can you take the moment just to breathe, just to breathe?
when you need
Can you take the moment just to
rhythm and song
breathe?
and your
Can you take the moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take the moment just to
can you defy gravity?
Can you take the moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe? Can you take the moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take the moment just to breathe? Can you
Now
take
sing
the
whatever you
moment
want.
just to
Oh,
breathe, just to breathe?
Eddie,
Can you take the moment just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take the moment just to
now be the instrument,
breathe?
whatever that looks like.
Can you take the moment just to breathe, just to breathe?
See how fun that is? All right. Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to breathe, just to breathe? Can you take a moment just to
Church.
Church.
We've been churched.
I had to beat you to it.
Everybody breathe. We've been churched.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Thank you, Johanna. Thank you, Cylvia. Beautiful messages and music together. That's the best way to really absorb a message, I think, is the combination of the music and the thought-provoking words, and you bring that all together and you have something that sticks with you. So amazing. I know we have some new people here today, and this is a chance where you might raise your hand and say, hey, I'm new. Woo! All right, we got 2, 3. Carolyn's here. Do you guys, anybody want to just say what your name is and what brought you here? Nate will bring a mic.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm the volunteer guy here.
He's the welcoming committee.
Carolyn.
Where are you from, Carolyn?
And I've been in Bend for 28 years.
I think she's from Bend.
I've known the Kubotas for 25 years, 26 years.
Our kids grew up together.
Yeah. Claire and I met garage sailing when we were both pregnant for baby items. Yeah, so that's a long time ago. We are
Welcome.
5.
Woo!
Welcome.
Beautiful, beautiful. We had a couple more over here. Rob.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
This is my first time here. Moved to Bend about 2 years ago from Connecticut with my wife. I've been on a spiritual path for about 6 or 7 years. A Course in Miracles actually is what drove me here this morning. I was doing a little bit of research. I've been doing the lessons. I don't know how many people have done the lessons, but they're really blowing the doors open. So yeah, that's kind of a little bit why I'm here, and I thought, Cylvia, what you said was beautiful this morning, so thank you for sharing. And I will see you again. Thank you.
Thanks, Rob. And I saw one more back over here somewhere. Yes, yes, yes.
I saw half a hand.
Half a hand.
Half a hand. Hi, I'm Ellie. I am right here. Just moved here this summer, like 2 months ago. So from Montana. I have a bunch of family here, so I'm just in a chapter in my life of starting over. And yeah, I love spirituality and learning more about Course in Miracles, and it's great community so far today, so thank you. Yeah, just looking for more friendships and community.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Welcome. We're so glad to have you here. Anybody else want to say hello? No? Okay. Well, nice to have so many new people, and we don't do that to embarrass you guys, obviously. But you're family already. You're here, so whether you come back again or not, you're still welcome, and you're still part of our family. So, thank you for being here, and we invite you to come back. Huh? You're stuck with us now, yeah, according to Dave. We have some greeters with some baskets. You know what those baskets represent? Abundance. And that's what we like to embody here is the concept of abundance, which is not a lack, and so we need, but it is affirming that everything we need is already within us, it's already there, and there's plenty for everyone, plenty to go around. Even when we feel like we're under the weather, as a community, we are not quite making what we need to cover our budget, and yet we are a thriving, abundant, beautiful community, and we know that everything we need is there when we all put our collective minds together. And so we hope that you will join us in affirming abundance as they send on the baskets. If you want to donate online, you can scan that code from where you are with your phone. You can text it here or drop something in the basket. Also, the prayer claim forms, if you have those. Green forms, if you filled those out. We didn't mention earlier, but we have a prayer team that is here today. I'm one of them. We have Dave, we have Donna, we have Jim, there's Rachel, even Reverend Cylvia is joining in the team today. We're all here to actually pray with you, but also online or afterwards. So if you want to send those drop in basket, we can connect with you afterwards. So let's go ahead and throw those baskets around the room. Pass them, rather, don't throw them. I'm thinking football because Cylvia got us all in the football. Pass them.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you.
Mahalo.
I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all. I got gratitude in my heart. Gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you. And thank you. I just want to say thank you for it all. Thank you for it all.
Blessing of the offering from the love of pure spirit within us. We bless these gifts. We send them forth to heal, bless, and prosper. They are evidence of our faith and belief. They do good work in the world and return to us multiplied abundantly. So it is. Thank you very much. And don't forget, stick around for the membership information meeting. Stick around for Johanna's workshop. I promise you, you'll have fun, and it'll be a heart-opening experience. So do something different today. Join a little singing circle, maybe, and play. And we're going to do the prayer of intention. Oh, Leah's so excited, she can't even wait. So let's send ourselves off with a great way to finish and pursue the week with our prayer of intention. Holy light shines within and all around me, a presence of love that is always there. I am that presence. I am a radiant field of love energy. I am holy light. My essence cradles and guides me. I am a gift in this world, and I go forth from here, joy to bless the world with my loving light. Thank you, everybody. Have a beautiful week. Take it away, Soul Time.
I got gratitude in my heart. I got gratitude in my soul. I just want to say thank you. Thank you. I just want to say thank you. Have a great week. I just want to say thank you for for it all. Thank you for it all.
Oh, crud, I think that's trademarked.
This is the